So, hello, my name's John Pomeroy. I run MarkLogic's European operation. I've been in the industry for 25 years, involved in various information management roles across the industry. So most companies, when they're looking at big data applications, the most common mistake is really to second guess the solution before understanding the problem. We see a lot of companies that we work with that spend a lot of time trying to work out how to manipulate their data to fit into their existing legacy systems, traditionally relational databases, only to find at the end of a long, painful project that they're unable to do that. So I think that's probably the biggest mistake that we see. Rather than starting from the business problem, irrespective of the data type, understanding what is the information that you need to be able to analyze to change the way you do business, and then looking at what technology will be able to manage that disparate data set. I think the biggest challenge that most companies face is being able to present back this massive volume of information in a way that's meaningful to the user, that's going to actually generate benefit from the information. So we have applications that our customers are using that use a variety of ways to simplify the way a user navigates through data. So with geospatial data against the map background, with temporal data against the timeline, and that mixed up with textual searching information and numerical data. So it's being able to present that, well, being able to manage the disparate types of data, but then being able to present that back in a meaningful way, I think is the key to actually providing a big data solution that is usable by the business. I think from a technology challenges perspective, there are really three key areas. So one is obviously the database that you're going to be storing information in. Second is then the search mechanism that you're going to use to be able to mine it. And then thirdly is the hardware and infrastructure that it's going to run on. So if we take them one at a time, the database needs to be able to store irrespective of schema, because for most of the customers that we're working with, the types of data that they're managing are not under their control. So they can't dictate the schema, it's changing over time, and they're adding new data sources. So the database must be schemaless. From a search perspective, it's important that the search is capable of searching across different types of data, so geospatial, temporal, as well as textual and numeric information. And then being able to combine that, and the search engine manages that information mined from the database. If we look at the hardware and infrastructure perspective, in today's day and age, and the volumes that are growing of big data, it's important that the application is able to use ubiquitous hardware, and across that hardware network, be able to maximize the use of disk and memory across that hardware domain. I would say from the 50-odd implementations we now have in Europe, I would say the biggest lessons learned is really making sure that you fully understand what it is you're trying to achieve with big data before implementing on the project. And to give you a kind of feel for that, from our customers we see two different dimensions. So on one axis you have, do you see big data as a problem or an opportunity? And on the other axis we have, are you looking backwards at data that's already happened, looking for trends, or forwards trying to track things as they happen here and now to make decisions and move forward? And the further you get into the looking forward and see it as an opportunity, the higher the value is to the organization. The people that are looking backwards and mining data, the value of those applications is far less. I think the value of the forum is great today. It's been really useful to see the different types of industries facing this problem. It's a pretty diverse industry set that we're dealing with here. And actually it does come down to identifying some infrastructure components that are going to fit that variety of use cases. Interesting to see some different technologies around, all have a relevant place in this marketplace.